Hello, everyone. My name is Jenna Roth. I'm a 32-year-old life transition coach based in Austin, Texas. Over the past few years, I've helped hundreds of people navigate career confusion, burnout, and the terrifying leap from comfort into purpose. Let's be honest. Many of you watching this right now probably don't like your jobs. Maybe you feel drained every morning, going through the motions, knowing deep inside this isn't the life you imagined. You have dreams, ideas, even talents, but you're stuck. Not because you're incapable, but because change feels more frightening than misery. Why do so many of us live on autopilot, pretending things are fine while quietly crumbling inside? We scroll motivation quotes, start journals on Monday, sign up for courses we never finish. We're passionate in bursts and then numb again by Thursday. If you truly listen to today's story, I believe something will shift in you. Here's what I've learned after years of coaching. There are two forces that wake people up: unbearable pain and unstoppable desire. Most people live in the middle, in a lukewarm fog where neither force is strong enough to move them. They're not desperate enough to change, but not content enough to thrive. Let me tell you about Kyle. He messaged me one night around 9:45 p.m. "Please," he said, "I know it's late, but I feel like I'm losing everything." Kyle was 28, working in marketing at a tech startup in San Francisco. The company had warned him about underperformance. He feared he'd be let go. He was panicked, spiraling, calling himself a failure. We talked. I told him we could build a growth roadmap, not just to save his job, but to rebuild his confidence and direction. The very next day, he met with his supervisor. They gave him a second chance. And guess what happened? Relief, then nothing. Within days, Kyle went right back to his old habits. Scrolling endlessly, showing up late, waiting for life to rescue him. No follow-through on the plan. He didn't lack intelligence. He lacked clarity and discipline. That's when I realized most people aren't chasing excellence. They're just trying to survive. Emotionally, financially, socially. They say they want success, but their actions reflect only the bare minimum to avoid pain. If that's you, maybe it's time to stop lying to yourself. It's okay to be ordinary, but don't claim you want an extraordinary life if you're not willing to endure the climb. And that brings me to the second truth. Most people can't stand the process. They want transformation in a flash. I read one book, "Why Hasn't My Life Changed?" Or "I Worked Hard for 2 weeks. Where's my big break?" Real growth takes time. It takes discipline, resilience, and emotional stamina. If you want to break into a new industry, pain, the productive discomfort of trying, failing, and learning. People often tell me, "But Jenna, I'm already in pain." Yes, but it's passive pain. The pain of stagnation, comparison, regret. That kind of pain doesn't lead anywhere. It's the emotional equivalent of slowly drowning while doing nothing to swim. The hard truth: avoiding the pain of growth only guarantees you the pain of regret. Recently, a client told me she wanted to learn web design and start freelancing. She signed up for a course, then quit after 2 modules. "It's too hard," she said. "I'm not smart enough." No, she just wasn't used to being uncomfortable. Learning is hard. Discipline is hard. But so is waking up 10 years from now in the same place, asking yourself, what if I had just tried? So why am I telling you this? Because you will suffer in life. That's unavoidable. But you can choose the type of suffering. You can choose the pain that builds or the pain that breaks. Here's a rule I live by. Freedom equals ability, desperation. The greater your ability, the less desperation controls you. But if your desires exceed your discipline, you will always feel trapped. So ask yourself, Will you accept the reality of your average life, or will you fight for the life that truly excites you? And if you still don't know what that looks like, start with my free Purpose Discovery Toolkit linked on my homepage. It's filled with guided exercises to help you identify your core strengths and career DNA. This is your life. Stop outsourcing it to fear. Follow me if you're ready to build a life you don't need a vacation from.